Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Dome Sweet Dome. Today we're going to be sending our film crew out to Ohio to check out what one of our growing dome owners is doing. I won't be able to join you, but they're doing some really awesome things, so go on over and check it out.
Hi, I'm Jeff Brodsky. I'm from Ashtabula, Ohio, and this is my 26-foot dome from Growing Spaces. Come on in. I spent a long time researching what to do for a greenhouse and settled on this beautiful dome. It offers everything that I wanted in a greenhouse: accessibility, space, and it allows me to do all kinds of fun things. The way I made the beds, other things I've done, little things that I do to accessorize it. So my approach to this project was that it's a greenhouse. I spent a long time researching, probably close to 2 years, and wanted a growing area for my vegetables and plants because where I live, we have a lot of deer and no garden has survived. Now everything survives and does very, very well. The food I get is very fresh and delicious and easy to grow. So one of the things I did was when I built the beds, I did a lot of research to figure out what material to use. There's an endless supply of material: wood, metal, all kinds of stuff, and I came up with recycled plastic lumber. I bought 2 by 8 by 8, and I looked at the company itself, and they publish studies where nothing bleeds into the surrounding ground. So what I did was I took the basic design and modified it for myself, cut each piece, braided them together, bolted them, and then each piece has a piece of rebar behind it, and these are very, very stable. Nothing moves and works fantastic. It'll be here for forever. So let me show you a few things that I've started growing. This is beefsteak tomatoes. They're kind of small. It's been a hot summer, so their growth is stunted. I always put basil near my tomatoes. It helps to control the insect population. This is kale. Wonderful. This thing grows very, very well. Very easy to grow in the dome and in your garden. Right over here we have peppers. These are carbonel, which are very sweet peppers, growing really well. Once again, I always put some sort of basil. This is lemon basil. This is purple basil. My wife's favorite color is purple, so I have to have purple. This is cauliflower. Not doing well because it's been a hot summer. It's more of a cold weather plant, but maybe we'll get some later on. And here we have, in a pot, we have some zucchini. The reason it's in a pot is because the slugs love to eat fresh plants. One of the things I've done is I've got worm bins throughout the dome. So I took 1-gallon containers, poked holes in them, and put worms in them, and they give me all kinds of good worm castings. You can see the worms in there also. So the black is actually worm castings, and what the benefit of worms is that they take your leftover debris from vegetables and fruit and they create food that is available for the plants, and they will distribute it throughout the dome. It's a very simple, cost-effective way of doing things. What I actually do in my kitchen is, as I'm making a meal, I take everything and put it aside, and I divide it into worm and non-worm. So worms do not like citrus or onion-related food. Everything else goes into a plastic bag, and the plastic bag goes in the freezer. That does 2 things. 1, it starts the breakdown process as the food freezes and thaws, and 2, it kills any insects that might be in the food. And then I bring it here and I distribute it to all my worm bins, and that's how I compost. all of these are strawberries that I started from seed. And they're 2 years old, so some of them are starting to flower, some of them haven't flowered yet. And I also built this strawberry dome. This is a food grade plastic bin. In order to make the openings, what I did was I drilled 2 holes 4 inches apart, connected them with a saw, made a slit, heated it with a torch, and then stuck a wine bottle in there and went like this. Whoop! And now you have an opening. That's it. Very simple. I laid them out so they're staggered. And the other thing I did was I put it on a turntable so I can check it and see what's growing. It's pretty cool. There's also a worm bin in the center of it. That's what this is covering. So there's a 4-inch pipe with holes, and there's worms, and I put compost in there also. There's some onions, bunching onions. These are some more tomatoes. These are Jet Star tomatoes, which are nice eating tomatoes. Over here we have more peppers. There's a different type of pepper here. This will be multiple colors. Once again, purple is favored because it's my wife's favorite color. These are cucumbers. They're just starting to flower. And lots of herbs. This dome, the herbs love the dome. They're actually perennial. The sage is perennial. The oregano is perennial. And they will grow non-stop. You have to really control them. This is Swiss chard. I think this is a 3-year-old plant, believe it or not. In the materials, you get a hub, and they include a half a dozen eye bolts for the hubs. So what I did was I tapped every hub and put an eye bolt in every hub because you never know. And what I found was coated 1/8 inch wire. The wire starts at one end and goes all the way across, down, and all the way back. This allows me to hang netting or string or jute for my plants. This year I started a project where I took plastic containers. I have dogs, and I take their plastic treats or plastic bottles, poke holes in them, fill them with dirt, and I stuck mints in them, and they're growing like weeds, which is what mint does. As far as the opening windows, these are all covered with 1/4 inch hardware cloth. I also have 1/4 inch hardware cloth on the entire bottom of the dome. And this allows no rodents to come in. You know, the rule of thumb with a mouse is if its head fits, its body will follow. And I thought a 1/2 inch was too thick, so I used 1/4 inch, and I designed it so that this can open with no problem. That's why this looks like that. And then over here, we have grapes. These are lovely grapes. They're table grapes, which means you can pick them and eat them, and they're really good. There's a lot of grapes here. I don't know if you can see them all. Here, look at that. A lot of grapes. And then this is ginger. And always put some marigolds around your tomatoes. It helps with the insects. When I put the pond together, I went and bought El Cheapo goldfish that were little dinky things, and now they're pretty big, and somebody gave me some koi. One of the other things I did was I put in solar lights. These operate only at night when there's no light out. They have either a button that I can push or a wireless remote, and 3 of them will light up the entire dome so I can see and work and do whatever I want to inside of here. We all have stresses in our lives. This is a great place to come and separate yourself from the rest of the world. You actually can't see out the windows, which is a good thing. The sun comes in, but you can't see what's going on outside. I get lost in working here. I clean up the plants, I plant the plants, I pick the plants, I talk to the plants, I stroke and kiss the plants, and they give me back all kinds of love. This is a wonderful place to just sit and chill out, and that's what I use it for.
Thank you so much for joining us today on this episode of Dome Sweet Dome. We hope that you were inspired and found something new and interesting that you didn't know before about the growing dome. If you'd like to get a quote, you can always check out our website for your customized option. And as always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.